alive. Oh, he's alive. He's alive. He's alive.
What's up, everybody? Southpaw Chris here, back with another video for you. Today's video is on a project that is very dear to me. It is literally caused blood, sweat, and tears, per se. I would like to introduce the Biomass 3000 is what I like to call it. This is pretty much a wood gas stove with a little bit of a spin on it. Now, I made this about a year ago, and I've tested it quite a few times. As you can see, the anodization along the whole portion of it. You know, it's like a dark purpley hue now instead of the bright stainless steel that it used to be. But this was merely an attempt to make a wood gas stove just kind of on steroids. It can be used for cooking purposes, heating purposes, or lighting purposes. My favorite use for this is, I like to call it a morale torch. So, you know, while you're at camp, you can have this running and it just provides light in the darkness. Now, this runs on pretty much any biomass. That pretty much includes wood pellets, sticks, leaves, pine cones, you know, certain kinds of cat litter, and oats from like oatmeal as well. Anything that can pretty much burn that is you know, more of a natural thing, you know, can be burned in this. So let's just get right into it. I'm basically just gonna take it apart and show you guys all the inner workings and outer workings, and pretty much how I put my spin on the whole wood gas stove. So on the top here, this is just a floor grate from big box store. This grate I use for a couple things. One, it can be used to grill hamburgers, which I did use. As you can see, it's pretty greased up. This can be used to grill hamburgers, which I did with my nephews a couple weeks ago. Turned out really good. And then this portion here, this is just a strainer from IKEA, and what this is used for is when, you know, all the biomass is burned all the way down in the inner chamber and the coals are pretty much, you know, producing that blue flame. I usually put this on top, and this acts as like a heater grate, so this can act as a heater as well. This middle part here is basically just a stainless steel skewer, and this skewer holds the tongs, you know, for cooking. It also holds a scoop, which I use this to scoop, you know, the biomass into the stove. You know, works great for wood pellets. So, great tool. And this is just a stainless steel coffee scoop. And then this stainless steel skewer comes out, which also can be used to skewer meats and whatnot. This top portion here is a whisk, or not a whisk, you know, those crankable mixers. I just took out the inner part because it is a durable stainless steel. Nice anodized color there. And this actually acts as the smokestack. On the back there you can see a bottle opener connected by a magnet. And then the inner chamber is made up of a thick gauge stainless steel utensil holder. As you can see here, the intake and pilot holes. So basically these holes here on the bottom draw in air through these holes as well, and basically brings that hot air up the side of the chamber, superheats it, and then as air passes through these holes, it ignites it again. So basically what you're getting is a highly efficient burn ratio. So whatever you put in here basically is burned to ash and carbon, because of that, you know, double burning system that's involved. So you have the fire that's in the center chamber, and then the superheated gas that comes in the side of the wall and then is ignited again. So basically you have flames coming out of all these little holes, creating a smokeless, efficient burn. And this piece right here is one of the pieces that actually gave me a lot of the blood, sweat, and tears I was talking about earlier, because I had to use titanium nitrate coated drill bits and step bits to drill the holes. So learned a lot about how tough and durable stainless steel is with this project. And then this outer piece, I used a asparagus steamer, and again drilled holes on the bottom to draw in the air, which is again superheated and travels up along the inner wall of this, and then, you know, is ignited. This portion here is a nozzle to connect an air pump to, which kind of gives it a steampunk feel, you know. So this is just a basic inner tube, battery powered, you know, fan to inflate, you know, bike tires or rafts and whatnot. And I just connected this clear plastic hose to that, and then this portion goes on there, and then I have these bolts that go in each one of these holes to close those holes up. So this can be run in a naturally aspirated sense, you know, without this, or if you want to use the air pump, you just connect the pump, you take the screws, put them in, and block up all the holes, and then you turn on the pump, and what that does is just blows air into the intake holes here. So this gives you another option to run this. I also have other attachments as well. I have this other grill attachment here that I made. I used a toilet bowl flange to make the rim, and then I use, you know, these kind of carriage bolts, stainless steel, you know, as like the grill pan. So in a sense, what you can do, see if I can find a pan here, is that you could take your cooking pan and place that on top and basically cook your food that way. And also, once this top portion is on, you can connect this piece, which I made out of a chicken roaster and another small plumbing grate, and basically this goes on top of this. And say you want to make some coffee while you're, you know, away at camp, you can just take your, say, Bioletti espresso maker. As you can see, it's got some good use in there. Take that and then place that on top. So what this effectively becomes is a coffee maker. So basically you're going to have the flames coming out of here and warm your coffee. Again, just giving you more options. Now again, this project was pretty much a labor of love. It did take me about 2 months to complete it. and like I said, I have tested it. It works really well. I primarily again use this as heating source and just light. Now when this chamber is filled, it does have about a 40-minute runtime of self-sustaining burn. So you know, basically you just fill it. I find using wood pellets made of like a harder wood seem to give it the longest burn time because it's more consistent and more dense. So you're definitely going to exceed burn time using wood pellets as opposed to sticks or leaves or pine cones, which also work well, but you know, I find wood pellets do work the best. So that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to show you my Biomass 3000. If you guys are interested in learning how to make something like this, just shoot me a comment. I have made some other smaller ones, but this is, you know, my pride and joy right here. So that's it, guys. The Biomass 3000. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment if you like. Alright, you guys have a good day.